Hey everyone, Frostbitten Drifter here, also known as Oz, and I'm here today to talk about the first leaked deck profile from the 2018 Worlds of Exodus trading card game. Over the next few days, Exodus will be releasing the top 4 decks for their tournament, which I think is really cool. And they have a picture profile as the one you're seeing right now. So I just thought I would go over each profile and kind of showcase what the meta is so far in this very young card game. So looking at it here, it is a guy named Victor. He is playing a Shardfolk deck, 20 cards. I'm assuming he has 20 or more energy cards. That doesn't really matter, I guess. So the symmetry is listed first, so let's talk about those first. So the one at the top is Reversion. Now, Reversion, like I've talked about in my last video, is kind of like the poor man's version of Unsummon. It bounces a creature, but it leaves the pile of energy that they were stacked on top of in play. So it is kind of interesting that he's playing 2 Reversions and no Unsummons. I think his mindset behind this is that you want to be able to abuse the freeze mechanic with Shardfolk as much as possible, namely Starship Glacia. Or you could just resummon Chief Bandit. That's actually a really good idea. I never thought about that until just now. Summon Chief Bandit. If you have like 2 frozen cards on the field, he gains 2 more energy. That could be a max of 5 energy right there. And then reversion him, and then summon him again, and then get 2 more energy. That's just one scenario. I'm sure you could even get more if there's like 4 or 5 frozen cards in the field. That's actually really cool. I didn't think about that. So yeah, he's playing 2 Reversion because it's a utility card, so you can use it on yourself or your opponent. It's a win-win, really. 2 Chains. So the little I know about Shardfolk, they are explosive, but they need time to set up if they don't draw well. So I'm assuming that's why he's maxing out on Chains. So it makes sense, and it looks like it paid off. He got top 4. So 2 Crystal Cove. Now that's a staple, and it also freezes cards, so it helps with the boost with Chief Bandit. 2 Drifters Dueling. I talked about this. It is kind of coming up in the meta and becoming more of a staple. It basically just snipes out any kind of symmetry that you're afraid of, or if you're ahead, you can basically screw with your opponent and steal their combo piece, or not steal, but stack their combo piece on top of their deck. It's a really good card, and there's no energy cost either. So 2 Leech. Now it's a staple. Takes away from your opponent, and it also adds to you. And Shardfolk are all about boosting up all their creatures' energy. Now he has 2 Glimpse of Sanctuary. Again, I think that's a staple card by now. It gives you an energy and it draws you a card. So why would you not play that? Now the creatures. 2 Awakened Star Glacier. I've seen some people play 1 and some people play 2. I agree with playing 2 because his effect is almost always going to be alive as long as you play him at the right time. Awakened Star Glacier's ability is that he flips down all your opponent's creatures until they have the same number of face-up creatures as you do Shardfolk. So if you play him first, and let's just say they have 3 creatures on the field, they have to freeze 2 of them, and you get to pick. And so it makes it a lot easier to get the Sierra's combo and attack for game very fast, because it only leaves you with 1 more creature to freeze. And with that, you usually freeze that last creature with Starship Glacia, which he's also playing 2 of. It is a promo from the magazine, the first issue of the magazine. And he essentially just freezes 1 creature on your opponent's side of the field on summon. Really good, great card. 2 Sierras, my favorite art personally. She allows you to attack directly with your Shardfolk as long as your opponent controls no unfrozen creatures. So you can tell it's an OTK strategy. 1 Chief Bandit, which is a little interesting. Some people play 2, but I kind of understand why he would only play 1. Chief Bandit gains 1 energy for each frozen card on the field on summon. So you freeze your opponent's board, and then you play Chief Bandit, gain a whole bunch of energy, then play Sierras, and now Chief Bandit with a lot of energy can attack directly. That's the bread and butter combo with Shardfolk. So it makes sense that he's playing it. And then the last card, which is I think the most interesting, is playing an Efil, the Everlasting Empress. She was the box topper for Galaxy Tides, I believe, and her effect is that on summon, your life points become the same as your opponent's. The only thing I can think of why he'd play this is it's kind of a pseudo chains. You can take some damage and then summon Efil, and then you're right back in the game, because Shardfolk don't pick away at your opponent's life points. They just go for the kill as soon as they can. So your opponent's life points are most likely going to stay at 10 until you're ready to win the game. So it's a very interesting tech. I know some people don't like Efil in general because she doesn't really help the game state much. She just kind of catches you up into the game. But it seems like it paid off very well. I'd love to know if Efil was worth playing, or if you would want to actually take her out, and how one Chief Bandit did, as well as the 2 reversions and 2 Drifters dueling. Those are all very interesting cards that he's playing. Everything else seems very stable. So yeah, this is just my brief review of the 4th place Shardfolk deck profile of the 2018 Worlds for Exodus trading card game. I love to know what you think. I'm very glad you guys have started watching. I'm very happy to make some content that you all want to see, and look forward to seeing the 3rd place profile very soon. Hopefully, as long as I don't get busy. Alright, take care.